All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here, and today we have the Laco Augsburg 42. Really, really cool watch. This is on loan to the channel from Marshall Time. I'll leave a link to his review of this watch and his channel down below in the description. So, all right, the Laco 42 Augsburg, obviously it's a 42 millimeter case from side to side. I measure just over 49.4 is what I got on my caliper, lug tip to lug tip. 12.1 millimeters of thickness from the back of the case to top of sapphire crystal, and you have a 20 millimeter lug opening on this watch. So it's typical, Model A or Flieger style A watch here. You've got this beautiful, beautiful, very, very legible dial. To me, it looks like it's got a flat, kind of a flat black look to the dial, which is perfect. All of the Arabic numerals all the way around, except for at that 12 o'clock position where you have that triangle with the two dots on either side. Really nice setup. That made it really easy for a pilot to read and pick up on that 12 o'clock position on his watch easily in a stressful flight situation, not always flying on these nice jets and anything like we are nowadays. These watches were originally designed back in the 1940s, so air travel was quite different. The two dots up there by the arrow were actually to help align everything when you were setting the time on the watch, so that's pretty neat. So this is running the Miyota 821A, so it's a good, nice tried and true movement. I'll flip it over here in a second. We'll check out the case back. But it's a 21 joule movement, 21,600 vibrations per hour. It is hackable and hand windable, so that's nice. You can hand wind it in the regular position. Not a screw down crown on this. It's 50 atmospheres or 5 atmospheres, excuse me, or 50 meters water resistant. So the case on the watch appears to be pretty much all brushed all the way around, but very nicely done. Laco always does really, really nice work. German company, very, very nicely done. Clean crown on the watch, as you guys can see. Not what I'd call an onion crown, but kind of semi like that. Looking through the case back, you can see that little Miyota beating away there. Lets you know you have a sapphire crystal in the watch, all stainless steel construction. And there's that 5 atmospheres. Really nice full leather strap here, as you guys can see. Laco punched in there, genuine leather there. And you guys can see the Laco on the buckle assembly. So good looking watch. Not the first time I've had a Laco here on the channel. Actually, my very first Laco was this one. This is actually my Cuxhaven. This is my personal watch out of the collection. Really, really cool watch, but completely different. This is like a $1,200 watch versus this watch. These retail for $460. And towards the end of the video, I'll kind of talk a little bit more about why there's such a difference. But these are really, really great watches at the price point. I mean, Laco is just high quality stuff. Love this leather, strap with the original style rivet construction like that. Looks really, really good. So let's pause it for a second, get this watch on my 7-inch wrist, and then stick around because the lume is really, really impressive on this one. All right, so that 42 millimeter case looking really, really good on the wrist. These are available in a 39 millimeter case if you think the 42 is too large. I mean, pilots' watches in the day were designed to be big, worn over coats, easily legible. Now, I have a 7-inch wrist, and I have to admit, I need another hole on here. So if this was my watch, I'd have to punch another hole. And it's funny, I actually had to punch another hole on the Cuxhaven strap there. But let's go ahead and get the lume shot on this watch, and then stick around to the very end. I'm going to actually compare these two watches and kind of talk about the price difference on them. I'll just turn off the lights. You guys can see the watch is glowing. We'll go ahead and light up the Cuxhaven too, since it's sitting down here. Both of the watches, I think, are using C3 Super Luminova. I think it's maybe a little more heavily applied on the pilot's watch. That watch really, really glows. Either that or it just has bigger lume plots. But yeah, look at that. Look at the lume on that thing. I mean, that's going to glow all night long. Easily legible. Check out the Cuxhaven. This is a Navo watch, so this is a Navy style watch. Not bad. It has much smaller lume plots, but it's very, very legible. But let's go ahead. I want to bring up the lights and I want to compare it. Like I said, this watch is $1,190 at the website. These watches are $460. And a lot of people are like, holy moly, that's a huge difference. And it is. But I want to talk about, what movements inside of these watches and just spend a few minutes going over that really quick if you guys have any questions about it. So let's check that out. All right, so first of all, we'll just show the watches side by side and kind of talk about the size of them. So they're both 42 millimeter cases. This looks a little bit bigger. It almost looks like it has a little more dial visible, but I think that's just really a visual thing with the black dial. But they're both 49 lug tip to lug tip. One of the big differences comes in at the thickness of the watch. The pilot watch with the Miyota movement comes in at 12.1. This comes in at 10.8. So quite a bit of a smaller watch. And while we've got them to the side here, as a matter of fact, let's flip this around so we got crown to crown. I just want you to look at the cases and the way the case is designed and set up. There's a little bit more refinement, or actually to me a lot more refinement, that's going into the Cuxhaven watch, and that's part of the price point there. You can see you have a polished sign crown, you can see that polished bezel there, you can see the slightly domed crystal you have on the Cuxhaven compared to the flat sapphire crystal there on the Pilot's watch. So a little bit different there. And then where it really changes, two places really, is on the dial of the two watches. You have this flat black, which you would expect of a Pilot's watch, but a flat black dial here. On the Cuxhaven, you have a polished dial. Now, I'm not sure if they're using lacquer or how they're doing that, but it's a beautiful polished dial. You have thermally blued hands on the watch, which is a that's done thermally, so it's not, these aren't painted hands on here. They heat these up to the point where they turn that perfect, beautiful blue color, and that takes time, effort. It's not just something that's super easily done. No problem with the hands on this, but again, this is why there's such a price difference. And then the biggest is going to be flipping the watches over here and taking a look at the movements. Now, this is running the Miyota 821A, which is a great movement. This is running what they're calling the Laco 98, but this is actually based on the ETA Elabor 6498 movement. So, and from there, it's been enhanced with the thermally blued screws in here, all of the work done on it, the beautiful work done to the bridge inside of the watch and everything. So it's just, it's been taken to a whole nother level, and that's really what you're paying for in the two watches. This is, of course, is a hand-winding watch, 17 jewels in that movement. So if you guys are ever wondering, like, why is there such a price difference, or, if you don't understand what you're reading at the website, that's just a quick, side-by-side of these two watches. But really great watches. I really wanted to feature this this Flieger Type A here today on the channel. It's a great watch. So, all right, guys, you like the video? If you like Laco watches, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Thanks, guys.